Okay, hello. We're going to look at what we can do with our Math Chapter 1 project for Math 7. Hopefully what you've already done is you've already gotten several products, 3 products, in my case Milky Way, Snickers, and then 3 Musketeers. And hopefully you've already gotten the data for each. See how I have my data recorded there? Now depending on what class you're in, of course, there's different amounts of data. But what we want to do with this is we want to find the mean. So see mean right there? Now to find the mean, think about what you need to do. Well, usually mean involves that we have to add them all up and divide by how many there are. So you notice that's exactly what I did right here. We add them all up, we divide by 9 because there's 9 of them, right? So when I do that, this is what I got, 3.2. Now I did that 3 times, and I got 3.2 for the first one, 3.6 for the second one, 2.8 for the third one. So take a moment, pause the video if you need to. Can't quite see all those, can you? But take a moment and find all 3 means. Make sure you show your work. Okay, now once you have that, flip over to part 3. The first thing I'm going to do is copy all 3 of these numbers down into part 3. So we've got 3.2 as our first one, so find this market share place. Right underneath it, put 3.2. Okay. The second one I had is 3.6, so I'm going to put that there. And the third one is 2.8. See, I've just really copied them down, the same thing. Okay. Now these are fictitious numbers, but it'll work the same with all of them. Now you notice it says what we're supposed to do is find the individual product rating by taking the individual one and divide it by the total. So what's the total? Well, we have all 3 here, 3.2, 3.6, and 2.8. Okay. So we want to do that for each one. So take a moment to go ahead and write those in. And we're going to have to find the total at some point. So I'm just going to get my calculator, which I have here. And of course, you probably don't need a calculator because it's not that difficult. But we're going to add all 3 of them up together. Now I'm going to cover it up so you can only see the first one. 3.2, 3.6, and 2.8. Oops, I'm hitting the wrong button here. 3.2 plus 3.6 plus 2.8. Now if I add them all up together, this is what I get, 9.6. See that there? Well, you probably can't quite with the glare. But I get 9.6. So that means this is what we're really doing. 3.2 divided by 9.6, and that'll get us our answer. Now, think about the next one. The bottom's the exact same, still 9.6. And the bottom one is the same too, still 9.6. Can't quite see that, can you? All of them have the same denominator, the same bottom. What's different is the tops. So it's going to change a little bit, okay? So I'm going to clear it out, and now here's what I want to do is 3.2 divided by 9.6. What this does is finds the market share. Now I get 0.3333. Well, that's kind of nice. Let's do the second one, 3.6 divided by 9.6. And I get 0.375. And the third one, I get 0.29. We have to round it somewhere, 2, I guess. Okay. Now those may not look like percents because they're not. So what we need to do is find a way to figure out what the percent is. So we go ahead and we say, okay, well, this is 33 or 0.33333. How do we do it as a percent? Well, there's 2 ways. Either you can times by 100, or you can move the decimal spot 2 places. I'm going to move the decimal spot 2 places. Now, if I do, here's what I get. Move it once, twice. I get 33.3. I'm just going to round it because we don't need to know about the 0.3%. Round it to the nearest percent. Well, how about this one? The market share, we got 0.375. If you move it twice, I get 37.5, but I'm going to round that up to 38 because it's closer to 38 than 37. And the last one, I got 0.292. I'm going to round that down. We get 29.2 to 29%. Now, you see the 3 market shares we have? And I didn't write in the market what the product was, but there's our 3. Okay. Close that out. Now you're seeing the bribe we got. That's what the donuts were for today, for meat testing. In any case, look at the product. Milky Way, Snickers, and 3 Musketeers. I think that was the order they went in. And now you can see the market share. Now what do you suppose those 3 numbers should add up to? Probably 100, right? Now if you add up mine, we get, let's see, 8, 17. We do get 100%. If yours is off a percent or 2, why do you think that might be? Yeah, it might be because maybe you rounded a little bit, and that's okay. but they should be close to 100. Good. So hopefully that helps you a bit with sections 1, 2, and 3.